The Bible tells us that we do not know the day or the hour when the rapture will happen. However, a lot of Christians seem to miss the fact that God fills the Bible with tons of signs to look for to know when the rapture is going to be, not just soon, but like very soon. You know, he said, when these things begin to happen, look up, for your redemption draws near. So, if you're paying attention to the signs that the Bible tells us to look for, we know that it's soon. God tells us that. He tells us that for a reason. It's not just there just for fun, for no reason, you know? Like, it's all there. God tells us that when you see these things happening, beginning to happen, look up because it's so near. Right? But a lot of people don't know that, and a lot of people aren't paying attention to what's going on in the world. They may know that like some things are happening, like the world's crazy, but there's people that think, oh, it's not for 1,000 years, maybe. Like, we don't know. It could be anytime. No, 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 no. That's not what the Bible says. He gives us what to look for. So we know that if all the signs are here, it's not going to be in 1,000 years. No, that's not what the Bible says. I truly believe. Listen, where do we want to get started with this? I want to tell you guys some of the things that are going on in the world that the Bible said we need to look for to know that he's returning very, 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 very soon. Okay. The weather, right? The Bible said the weather is going to get really crazy, okay? Where do you want to begin with that? Because it's insane. And it's even a lot crazier than most people realize, because there's a lot that the news isn't covering, they're not talking about. There's even a lot of misinformation and lies, like saying that, like, oh, earthquakes aren't actually that bad. And no, 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 no. There's an app where you can track all the earthquake activity, and they tell you, like, if you look at it, if you've been watching it, paying attention to it, there's people that have been, and they'll tell you that, like, it's way, like, the increase in in earthquake activity has been way, way crazy. It's there's like a million things I could say right now, but the main thing I wanted to talk about for this specifically was that yesterday I found an article saying that 2024 may just be and will probably be the hottest year ever. That's what they said. Like, of all time. At least that they have records of, you know. You can only go so far back before they, started keeping track of that, but that's a pretty big deal, right? And you're like, that's probably just a coincidence, right? It's like, well, the last time it was, the last record holder for the hottest year was probably like 200 years ago or 50 years ago or something. No, no. The last record holder for the hottest year of all time, 2023. Last year. Come on. Come on. That's insane. And, there's so many people that go around being like, oh, it's climate change. And it's like, it's changing. God's changing it, right? Like, God's doing all these things with the weather, right? But the most important thing God tells us to look out for is to pay attention to Israel. Israel is a tiny sliver of land. I looked it up, and it's like the same size as New Jersey, and the whole world is watching them. That's insane. Like, Palestine or whatever, they're like so obsessed with getting that little piece of land, It's like, it's so biblical. It's crazy. Like, it should not matter. It should not be that big of a deal. And it's not even theirs. Israel was a nation 2,000 years ago. It's insane, the amount of lies and misinformation, and but I don't even know. There's a million things, like, legit. Look, hear me out. How often do biblical prophecies come true? There's been like gaps in between, periods of time in between different prophecies over the life, over the existence of the world. Like there used to be like, I think like hundreds of years before prophecies. Yeah, I mean, it used to be a while ago, like hundreds of years in between each prophecy being fulfilled. And now, just this year alone, like it's not even each month, but like every day. Like even I think multiple prophecies being fulfilled every day. Like it's insane. Like I can't even keep up with it. I can't even make a video for each biblical event happening. Like there's way too much, Like there's so many people online, like YouTube channels that are end times, watchmen, keeping track of, paying attention to all the biblical things happening in the world and paying attention to what's going on in Israel. And they're so busy. They're just always having to update because there's just so much. Uh, I, I don't even know where to begin. Like, I don't, if you guys don't know, the rapture is so soon. And, you know, it's not that you need to know that the rapture is happening. It's that you need to know Jesus. You got to have a relationship with him. You have to be saved. Otherwise, it's I just care about you. I don't want you to perish. Um, but the world is upside down, and the days of Noah are here. It's it's crazy. Everything's so upside down. Evil's called good, and good's called evil. But there's still time. I don't know how much. I'm just trying to blow the whistle. I'm trying to warn you. You know, and this isn't just for people who don't even put their faith, who don't even claim they believe in God. Like, this is for Christians who think they're saved, but they don't. You don't really have a relationship with God. You're not really living for him. You're not dying to yourself. You're not putting your faith in him, your trust in him. You think your works can save you. And there's going to be people that say, we did good works in your name, and he'll be like, depart from me, I never knew you, you workers of iniquity. And I don't want that for you. I can't fully wrap my head around salvation. I just can't. It's I try to understand it as best I can, and I may not know it perfectly, exactly all the exact details of how it works and who all will be saved. And only God truly knows their hearts. But he does also tell us that, well, we'll know them by their fruits, Like, if someone's not showing signs that they truly care about God, they probably don't, you know? If all they do is put, a little Bible verse in their bio and maybe like wear a cross on their shirt or a necklace or something, but they're like hating everyone and swearing all the time and doing all these horrible things, and their heart may not be with them. And you just got to get right with God. It's put God before yourself. That's a lot of what it comes down to. But yeah, God bless you guys. There's a million things I could say right now. But yeah, that sums it up. God bless. Peace.